around how do we ensure that the environment in which those investments are going to happen, how do we ensure that those environments are safe, they're secure, and they have the ability to receive those capital? Yeah. How do we ensure that we can completely de-risk, the things that they don't need to begin to bother themselves about? How do you create that enabling environment for them to know that we're ready to receive those investments? And once the business to business have been done, where that is going to happen is ready to go. And that's why Lagos will continue to remain that center, right? We've got over 20 million people.
Lagos is intentionally prioritizing infrastructure development, ease of doing business, and public-private partnerships to foster sustainable economic growth. Adetola Kayode, OTV News. In the meantime, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has called for increased support from the World Bank Group following Lagos's achievement as Nigeria's top-ranked state in the Ease of Doing Business report in 2025. According to a post obtained from the governor's X handle, Governor Sanwo-Olu stated this when he welcomed a delegation from the World Bank Group to Lagos House Marina. The delegation was led by the Managing Director for Operations, Anna Berge, at the International Finance Corporation Regional Vice President for Africa, Ethiopia. The governor highlighted Lagos's dramatic rise in the Ease of Doing Business ranking, saying the state moved from 29th place 4 years ago to first place last year. He stressed the state's commitment to improving infrastructure and living standards for residents. He also reflected on Lagos's progress under the Things Plus agenda in the last 6 years, noting that the government has focused on delivering tangible results that residents can feel. The governor's meeting with the World Bank delegation underscores Lagos's push to attract global partnerships and investments to sustain its development momentum. The Lagos State Bureau of the Public Defender wants all heads of local government councils to domesticate the community rehabilitation program for children in conflict with their law in the communities. Director of the agency, Olubunmi Adesomoju, says the diversion program is to address the root causes of delinquent behavior in the society. Maugbe Josu reports.
Diversion program and community rehabilitation are restorative justice initiatives designed to redirect offenders ages 10 to 17 away from formal, punitive criminal justice systems, focusing on rehabilitation, skills acquisition, and reintegration into the society. For full implementation and domestication of the program at the grassroots, the Lagos State Ministry of Justice, through Bureau of the Public Defender, in collaboration with United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, brings the awareness campaign to Alimosho local government.
Saying that children who are in detention camp, who are in prison, shouldn't be in prison. Anybody who is a child is still being modeled, is still being told how to do things. So they don't just commit one offense because they steal 200 naira to buy bread, and you come back home and you go to report, and then the person is sentenced to prison. They come out from prison and become more deadly people that way. But we want them to stay in a place where people are trained to bring up these children.
We don't want them to go through the traditional justice system where they are tried in the courts and they are sentenced to prison. So it's important for us to have this program. So this program is meant to ensure that children who are in conflict with the law are committed into this diversion program. The diversion program gives them the opportunity to atone for their offenses.
This flag off, we make it as a point of duty that a committee will be in charge and to be headed by the legal unit, whereby we will be looking at cases that has to do with our local government in any area or any jurisdiction.
Stakeholders emphasize the importance of separating children from adult offenders in detention.
Situation in our prisons, because of the situation in our detention camp. Maybe that is why when they go in there, they come back worse. And that is what we don't want children to suffer. Don't want children there. And we think that the diversion provides children with better option, with better opportunity to be trained. They attend schools while they are at the diversion program. They do vocational training programs.
Have the label of being an ex-convict, and it helps to ensure that the community, is better for it. They do this community service within the local government. So, of course, they are serving their time more or less within the local governments, and they also get to learn skills that will ensure that they are productive members of the society in future. So their future is not affected adversely.
The sensitization on community rehabilitation program, also known as diversion program, is to prevent stigmatization, avoid criminal records, and address the root causes of delinquent behavior. Ogbe Josu, LTV News.